Hey, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to Riverbank Customs. It's been a couple of days since we've been able to make a video. We've had a lot going on. Emily's had a lot of schoolwork going on. She's actually been working a little bit while she's home from college. We had a big weekend here on the lake. It's Memorial Day weekend. Celebrated my son's 24th birthday. Had a really good time there with a lot of family and friends over. Played a lot of cornhole. Had a good time. Before we get into today's video, I just wanted to take a moment and show you some stuff I purchased at a local junkyard. You've been seeing this rear end in the background, so I want to tell you a little bit about it. This is the rear end that's going under the car. This come out of a late 90s Ford Explorer, Ford 8.8. A lot of people are using these now. These things are a dime a dozen, but you have to know what you're looking at and what you're after. This is a 373. You look on your ID tag, and you can always run the numbers back on the internet. This is a 373 limited slip. This is what I was after. It comes disc brakes, comes sway bar. Bought this thing right out of the junkyard, 250 bucks, 31 spline axles. This thing's gonna be tough. Have to narrow it down just a little bit to get it to work right, but supposedly you can narrow the long side and then replace that axle with another short side axle and be ready to go. Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to Riverbank Customs. Beautiful, bright, sunshiny day outside. Like I told you, we're going to be working on getting the engine and transmission set in this thing today. Probably going to take a little bit of time. We'll get it set in there and get it leveled up like I want. Get it set in the right angle. Got to look at either purchasing some motor mounts or fabricating my own. So a little bit of difference there with a factory mount going in this Fat Man fabrication front flip. So just gonna take a little bit of time to figure this thing out. So y'all just bear with us, hang in there, and we'll get this engine transmission set in like we like it. I'm trying to center the crankshaft here. Center the crankshaft to be the center of the engine. But I got the engine kind of hanging there on the cherry picker. Got the floor jack under, behind the tail shaft. Got things kind of set in the way I want them to set. Got an idea for some engine mount. Just got to round up some parts and do a little fabricating. This is going to take a little while. A lot of cutting, a lot of grinding. What we're doing here is just taking the old engine and transmission mounts off. Start getting some ideas for something new. Like I said, I looked online at some direct purchase ideas. 10-man Custom had some pretty good ones. But there again, I think I can build my own and possibly be way ahead. Alright, so now after a short break, little road trip there, we had to go and pick up some parts from a friend of mine's shop in Odenville. He got a lot of off-road stuff over here he does. Had to pick up some bushings, some rubber bushings and inserts. From the inside of the car, you can see the transmission sitting in there. Got the front, got the engine mounted like I wanted. Now I got to get the transmission mounted. Trying to come up with some ideas for a rear cross member. Got some plates mounted right here. Mounted these back where the original cross member went. Had to order a mount for the transmission today. It should be here tomorrow. Then we can continue on with that. Going to try to come up with some kind of plate work to go right here on this tubing. Once we get that idea kind of nailed down in place, then we can adjust the transmission up or down and set the correct angle. Once that's done, we get all that welded in, bolted in like it's supposed to be. Then we'll be ready to put the floor pans back in. Hey, one thing I wanted to mention right here, I know everybody's gonna hit me up about it. Tell me that engine mount's in the way. This V-notch right here is where our steering shaft will come through. To hook up to the rack. The racks and the rack pinion's not on here right now, but that's what this actually is, the rack and pinion mount. Hoping I cheated that over just enough that we'll have plenty of clearance. We'll just have to see when that time comes. There again, just like the floor pans, nothing's welded in place solid, so everything's kind of temporary. If we need to, we can move that around just a little bit. to accommodate for the steering. If this video is something you like, if you enjoy our content and you're interested in these old shoebox Fords, we'd love to have you back joining us here on the Riverbank Customs channel. A lot of work going to be going on, a lot more videos to be made over the next coming weeks. That's about all for today. Thank you for joining us, and come back to see more working on the shoebox.
Best music compilation.